Hey, what's up everyone? This is Okchief, and this is a really quick vid on my pickups for this last weekend at garage sales, which have been pretty sweet this whole summer. I hope you've been getting out there at these garage sales. I've seen a lot of people on my Facebook. They're just having the best of luck with these garage sales. I'm telling you, this is the year for people getting rid of their stuff. And the older people seem, for me anyway, at garage sales, the better. Because that means if they're as old as I am, they have the older stuff, which is what I'm really looking for. I mean, yeah, I'm looking for whatever type of games I can come across, but for me, the older, the better. So, and that's what happened in this particular case when I went out. And not necessarily looking to go to garage sales, but when I'm out and about on a weekend, you can't help but notice those big neon radiation-looking signs, you know, pointing you to arrow going, house sale this way, garage sale, and that it just entrances me. It's kind of like a deer caught in the headlights. You just freeze. I freeze when I see them on the highway. Sometimes I be doing some Dukes of Hazzard moves to get into that side street that I see them on. But that's what I'm always looking out for, are these neon signs on the sides of the roads. Because they lead you off into the neighborhoods, and as you go through the neighborhoods, you pass up 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 garage sales before you actually get to the one that you're actually going to on the sign. And that's what I love about going garage sailing. The different people you meet, all the different stuff you get to see, and all the haggling you do. Your haggling skills do get put to the test when you go garage selling, trust me. Your character, the better your character is while you're out there talking to these people, the more chances there are to open up to you and show you more stuff and get better deals. Because if you go off right off the bat going, oh, $20 for this? I mean, come on. You're trying to break the bank here. No, don't act like that. Just work your way down with a nice smile and with your friendly talk, and you're sure to get some good deals. For instance, this last, I think it was Saturday morning, I found my way trekking through neighborhoods, following signs again. And I stopped at this one place that looked interesting because I saw Guitar Hero from far away, from the side of the street. I saw a Guitar Hero box, and so I stopped immediately. If this guy's got something video game related, he might have some other stuff. So I go up to him and I ask him, "Do you have any video games?" And he shows me a little section of the table where a bunch of his 360 games were. And I had looked over the games. I wasn't exactly ecstatic about the 360 game stack there because I wasn't looking for 360 games. But that's how initially I started the conversation with him about older games. He himself looked to be about 22, 23, so he wasn't exactly, I could tell he didn't have any like older games or whatever. So the Xbox 360 games were exactly what I was expecting out of this young kid. But when I asked if he knew anybody or if he had any more inside of his house, any older games, he said that it just clicked and he's like, "Hey, my older brother has some games. Let me give him a call and see what he says." And while he's doing that, I'm looking over his games, and for me to like sweeten the deal on this so that he calls his brother over quickly, I bought a game from him, which for $10, just to sweeten the deal on the older, not knowing what the guy had. So just to coax him to call his brother, I bought this game from him. It's The Witcher 2 for the Xbox 360. I got it for $10 from him, and I've never played this game, but it looked interesting because in the back it has some dragons. So it looks pretty cool. So I was like, you know what, let me break the ice with this game. Let me see if his brother has anything worthwhile waiting around for, because I still had to do my rounds. Man, it sure was. Let me tell you. That was the best $10 I ever spent, because when he got his brother on the phone, he told him he had a guy over here. He wants to see if anyone was selling old games, and he said he remembered he had a bunch of games over at his house, and his brother just so happened to live in the house behind this guy's house. So they had like interlocking fences that separated their properties. So all he had to do was leave the guy. I could see from the side yard of his that he pointed what house his brother lived at. So as soon as his brother got all the stuff together, after I was mingling around talking to him about some stuff, I saw his brother exit the back of his house, crossing his yard into his brother's yard, coming towards us. And right away, I noticed he had in a big box the console that was sticking out. Right away, I recognized it, and it was in a Gen 1 Genesis. And I was like, holy shit! If he's got Genesis games, oh, this is the jackpot. This is what I've been waiting for. Something like this, you know. You see it happen all the time in other garage sales that people bring. This was my turn. So he and the older brother was older. He just looked older. He looked like in his late 20s, early 30s, which is right up my alley, because that's when like my generation type of games are. So when I saw him walking with that big box, I was had to put my poker face on. Of course I was excited, but I had to put my poker face on. So he brought down the box, he set it down on the table, and when I looked in, man. Well, first of all, let me show you the Gen 1 Genesis that I've got. I don't even know how many of these I got. I've got at least, this has to be like my 5th one, I believe. Of this one, I have Gen 2s, but this Gen 1s I've got. I didn't really particularly care too much for this, but I knew what came with this, which was the games. So, but in order to get a bundle deal, I just wanted to make a deal on the entire box, and we made a deal. He wanted $50 for the whole box. He said he had more games, but he didn't know where they were, and I said, give me a call if you ever find them. I will be back. But for the immediate deal that we were dealing with, what he had in front of me, he wanted $50, but I got him down to 40 because I had to explain to him that I couldn't play any of the games because I didn't have any of the cords. Now, me having so many Genesises and going out to thrift stores, I've already collected tons of controllers and cords, and so I have a warehouse full of cords. So I don't need cords for this, but that was my bargaining chip to get the price down lower. So I told him that I would have to go locate all the cords for it, which would cost me anywhere from $10 to $15 for it to get going. If he could discount that, that would be awesome. And he gave me the entire box with games and the Genesis one for $40. And so this was the first thing out of the box. Now I'm going to show you the games. There was 3 games that were in their cases, and all the rest were loose. The first of the 3 games was Marble Madness. Awesome game. I'm glad I didn't have this one in case, so I'm glad I picked this one up in the case. The next one was Grindstormer. Oh my god, when I saw this one I was like, holy shit, dude. I just kept my poker face on though at the whole time. And then the last one he had in case was Sunset Riders. I was like, whoa, are you serious? This doesn't always happen to me. I mean, it's rare when you get a box full of this kind of stuff. And then, of course, he had like all these loose games, which I'm about to go through really quick. The first one here is Judge Dredd. I love the movie. Not so much the game. Championship Pro-Am. Everyone in their collection has one of these. Sonic 2, no big surprise. This one's pretty cool. Primal Rage. Pretty happy to get that one. Good fighter. Sports talk, football, there's always starring Joe Montana, and there's always going to be a couple sports titles in there. No biggie, took them all. He had a Mystic Defender in there. He had a Lethal Enforcers. It's pretty good. And then the two creme de la cremes. If you were on my Facebook, by the way, if you're not on my Facebook, you're losing out because I post everything pre-video on my Facebook. I show pictures, everything. So if you're not on my Facebook, jump on that. Just go to my banner on my main wall page and click on the little Facebook icon so that you can get all the insides on all the stuff that I got going on throughout the week before I post the video. So the last two that I literally lost my internal functions over seeing these two games. I mean, I just let it loose. I couldn't help it, but I saw them and I was just like, whoa. Whoa. First of two, Battletoads and Double Dragon. And my Castlevania Bloodlines. Oh, so cool. I liked how it says it's been assembled in Mexico. That's pretty cool. So yeah, and those turned out to be doubles for me. I have them in case already, but it's always awesome to have doubles of these games because, oh my god, you never come across them, especially in garage sales. People who sell these games know what they have. So obviously, this guy just brought out a box of his old stuff and didn't know what he had, and he just sold it for $40. Hell, these two games alone surpassed what I got in the entire box. So, too happy to get that. And that's it. That's all I got from that one garage sale. Like I said, don't be afraid to ask. If you stop and you see stuff that you might not particularly like, don't be afraid to ask if they have something in their house or something under the table. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they do. All you have to do is ask. The reason why they don't bring them out is because for some reason they think they're not going to sell. Like, who's going to want to buy this old junk? That's the reaction I get for the majority of the people that bring out all the old games. They never thought there was a market. They never thought somebody wanted to buy this stuff. So they always keep it in, like, dark, dingy basements, and they never think to bring them out. But, man, you have to ask. And that's how I've been getting lucky. It's just by asking. So hopefully you've learned something from this while you go out garage sailing. If you have, awesome. If not, sorry for you. Well, anyways, let's wrap it up. This is Okchief420. Thank you guys for watching my garage sale haul. Peace out, y'all.